Hello, everyone. How's it going? Storm, thank you for being first in the doghouse. How are you today? Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. We have some new friends joining us all through the day. It's very nice to meet you all. How are you? Storm, hello. Super Elsako, hello. Chizukeki, hello. Aruyan, hello. Megtrix, hello. Josu, hello. How's it going? It's not GTA anymore. We're done. We're done playing GTA. No more Staruu-chan. It's kind of weird. I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, I've been called a different name for almost 2 weeks. And I'm like kind of used to it. I think if someone like randomly called me Staruu-chan, I would actually respond. I was like, yes, it's me. That's me, Staruu-chan. Hello, server. Hello, Macaroni King. How's it going? No more maid cafe. Yeah, no more maid cafe. It was funny because I don't know where to start. Where do I start with this? So we start. Okay, wait. When do I start? This is feel free to Q&A this. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. I will try my best to answer. Will the doggo come back? What doggo? Me? No. Well, oh shoot, I turned off so many of my redeems. And I'll just turn it back on for next time. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Go back to the rooftop. Okay, we're back. kick you guys on the rooftop when I need to fix something. Will I play regular GTA? I don't know. I guess I have it now. I did the tutorial to try to test the settings and stuff. It seems very scary. In the tutorial I didn't realize that Michael is who people were loading in as by accident. Hi. Hi, my. Hold on. Go back to the roof. Why am I so like suspicious looking today? Why? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Is it just the angle that I'm looking at chat? All 4 times you've arrived at the airport, or was it more? You mean on the first day? On the first day, I arrived at the airport, and then I took a taxi to the hotel to try to get my room situated first, because I thought that's what you do, you know, when you move to a new city, you go to your house. But then I went to my hotel and I crashed, and then I had no job at the time, so I had to pay another taxi fee. And I gave up on going back to the hotel because I kept crashing, so I just went to the cafe and then I got hired right away. I think that's the only time I was at the airport. How do we start this? Should I talk about... Okay, from the very, very beginning. Hello, everyone. This is Crystal. My name is Crystal. I created a character called Staruu-kuri. It's my name backwards. It's Crystal or Staruu, and then I was like Staruu-kuri, and I was like, okay, sure, what is Staruu-kuri? And then I was like, oh, Staruu is a kind of cute name. Do I have to like just open my eyes bigger today? Am I sleepy? I'm probably sleepy because I only got a few hours of sleep after staying up until the very end of the server. Nice to meet you, not curry. Curry in Japanese is kare. It's not cootie. Stop it! Don't. We better. So that was my character. I didn't think that well, this is my first time doing a RP kind of event, or yeah, RP event. Do I have any experience in RP? Maybe like just very little. I don't know. A little bit. I've seen it in Final Fantasy 14. I've done it a bit in Final Fantasy 14 for fun. Except I don't think it. No, that's not what I mean. Not that kind of RP. But yeah, and I took some drama camps when I was younger. So that was all of my knowledge. So when I decided, or when I was got the invite to join District V, I was like, oh, this is gonna be my first time doing it, so I shouldn't try to do some elaborate character or anything that I cannot keep up all the time. So I went for an idol character, which is basically, again, it's just an extension of me, but more exaggerated, like super exaggerated customer service idol mode. So it's kind of funny. I mean, I didn't expect myself to be that important of a person in the RP. Like, I had a few friends ask me like what my role was or what my job was gonna be, and at that time, I didn't have a job because I am a pretty small streamer. So I was like, I think this is just like it's gonna be what I can make it. So I'm probably just like a background character, like an extra in a movie, and all the action's gonna happen around me, and I'll just like pass by sometimes. You'll see me in the background. So that was my expectations going into it. When I joined, I did not have a profession, but coincidentally, on the day before server opening for stream, so they let us into the airport, just the airport, to create your characters and like get your outfits and stuff and test out your settings. So I was doing that, and I was testing. I was actually fixing my voice settings, because before when I was making a character, I just didn't turn on my mic because I was too shy. I was too shy to talk to people, so I was just like typing in the chat because I didn't want to say anything. But the day that I was testing out my mic, I ran into Rico Neko, or I guess her real name, her handle is Rico Solari. Rico Solari, who was the owner of the cat cafe. That was her role, and she just saw me and she was like, "Oh, you're so cute." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Is this like an idol concept?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I think that's what she said. And then she's like, "Oh, or she asked me, "Is there any job that you are thinking of wanting to do?" And I said, I think probably the cafe would fit because it seemed like a chill place, and I've done server work before." She was like, "Oh, what a coincidence. How lucky for you. You are talking to the owner of the cafe." And I was like, "Oh." And she's like, "Yeah, I'll hire you." And I was like, "Okay." So the next day, when the event started, I went to the cafe. She saw me. She didn't even interview me. She's just like, "You're hired." I remember she vented to me. In RP, in our character, she was venting to me about how busy and stressed she was. So at that time, actually, I didn't know that the cafe was a maid cafe until she was showing me around and told me to put on the uniform, and I was like, oh, it's a maid cafe. And a maid cat cafe. I had no idea. It was very funny. No, not imposter. she was stressed because she had a lot of stuff to do. How close was to working at an actual maid cafe did the cafe in GTA feel? I think I could make it pretty similar because, well, the actual maid cafe usually is not takeout, but I think the same way that I talk to the customers, yeah, I could carry it over. And the whole magic spell thing, the Moi Moi Kyun, like technically no one told me to do that, but I was like, oh, it's omurice, so I should do it. And I saw the cat boys also doing it more and more, I think. So I was like, oh, that's good. And the Moi Moi Kyuns turned out to be, I think, very good fan service for viewers of those customers. You know, I remember pretty early on, Vox's character, Chief Serpentico, he only came in once while I was there, but I was able to serve him a magic spell. I remember everyone, like, he even mentioned it in a Twitter post, and everyone was like, oh my god, like, wow, he did the boy cute, even though it was in character, but it's a good opportunity for fan service. I think that's why I tried to do it as much as possible. The only time I wouldn't do the magic spells, well, I did limit it for myself to when I was serving omurice, because I didn't want to be yelling at everyone the whole day. Or when it was really busy and like there's like 2 people on cash, then I thought it might not be a good time to do magic spell. Sometimes I did skip that. It was a perfect touch. Yeah, it was good. I hope that people who came had a good maid cafe experience. It was a little bit not exactly sad, but you know, like it got much quieter as the days went on because people would just bulk buy the food. I was talking to Shun Night Songs, so actually my friend Solos, where I was talking to him and he was saying that that Burger Shot was actually really quiet also because I thought that everyone was going to Burger Shot for the cheaper prices. Though I also heard that some people would go to Vanilla Unicorn to hang out. I haven't asked them if Vanilla Unicorn was quiet or not. Oh gosh, why am I so my eyes is okay, hold on. I'm shy. Okay. I think my eyes are more open. I feel like I'm seducing. Like, why am I like looking like this the whole time at you guys? Did you wash your hands before you started your shifts? I tried to remember to. Every time I went outside, I'd go back and wash my hands. I think more at as the days went on, I would remember to do that more. So yeah, that was the cafe. I did work at an actual maid cafe before, so it was really funny. It was really funny because I think for the first half of the event, I was basically just my role playing was just redoing what I did when I worked at a maid cafe. It was like it was me times 2. Not only me as an idol, but also me as a maid. It was very funny. It was very funny to me. It's also very interesting. I finished my work. I finished my office job, get home from the company, eat, and then I clock in for my maid cafe work. I did feel like I needed to be there more often so that my coworkers could go out and do stuff and our customers could still be served while everyone is out doing their groceries. You did get to see a glimpse. It's fun though. I think it's fun. It is always fun being a maid because you get to do a little bit more. You can tease the customers more. You can make them do more embarrassing things. You can bully the customer more. Yeah, that was how I got to work at the maid cafe. Yeah, how do we do this? How do I talk about this? Day one? Day one. I met Orly. Orly was my trainer, kind of. I think she had just gotten hired also. But she was the one who like told me where the machines were in the storage and where to buy ingredients and everything. An S-type. MBTI. I think I actually am an S-type. MBTI wise. I'm just kidding. I know what you're saying. Wait. No, wait. Yes. Yeah. So day one, met Orly. I think day two, met Nami also. I think Nami didn't log in as much as the rest of us, but Orly and I. That's where Orly and I's friendship started. And I thought it was just like gonna be us. From the beginning, I thought that it was just gonna be us two, like just working at the cafe the entire time. Who knew that she would dive into this giant, serious, fan favorite plotline with so much angst? When I realized what was happening, I honestly was like, oh, I don't think I will be background character invisible anymore. I think I will have to react to this very angsty, dark plotline because, well, our characters... My Staruu-chan like basically only interacted with Orly outside of work. Like if it was not a customer, she basically only hung out with Orly because we're at the cafe so often. So that was definitely something interesting that I had to navigate, and I did not see it coming because yeah, I thought I was just gonna be a background character extra that people did not really notice, or I just like pop up in people's streams every once in a while. But the ending was so much bigger than I ever thought. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions at any time, guys, or else I don't know. I'm just a blah 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 talking. Histiku, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I don't remember what day I started watching. Orly resigned that day. She resigned? Wait, did Orly like actually resign from the cafe? Or she just like stopped going? Oh no, her name was still on the employee list. It was nice RPing with you. It was nice RPing with you too. This is Bupe. Bupe and Nissan Beep Beep. Oh my gosh, the first time I heard you, Nissan Beep Beep was the one who was praying, right? At the U Cafe. I totally glitched out and I could not see who was praying in my ear. Like I could hear the praying in my ear so loudly. I think that's like everyone was figuring out the shout and whisper thing. I was like, why? Like I actually felt like someone is in the air was praying at me. So I didn't realize. Like I could not see you. I think I accidentally ignored Nissan Beep Beep at the beginning, and then when Bullpit came in, I had no idea that it was Pitbull, and I was like, Bupe, okay, Bupe, so welcome, Bupe. You are so good. I can't believe you were both people. The duality was insane, and the talent show was so good. With the hips, it was so funny. I hope you had fun. It was like you had your normal character and then the insane character guest appearance. You were so good. Oh my gosh, Bupe. I was like, when Bupe came into the cafe and said that he missed the toilet. I think I saw a little bit of a clip. I did that you actually went into the toilet and like aimed. Like, oh my gosh. But I really was like, What do I do? Okay, let me try to pass it off to one of the cat boys. Oh, that was so funny. It was very nice to meet you, though. Thank you for coming by, Histy. You are so cute. Nissan Beep Beep was cute, and Bupe was cute. I'm sorry what happened with Jimmy, though. I heard he left Nissan Beep Beep at the altar. I know she only resigned because Mr. White took her place. Who's Mr. White? Who's Mr. White? Mr. White? Was that the guy with the white hair ponytail on the last day? I didn't. I saw him and I was like, who's this guy? I don't know who he is. I was never introduced, and he didn't say anything. I don't think I heard his voice at all. Like the shaved sides, white hair ponytail man who was there at the gang hideout on the last day. I did see that Orly, or I guess the Staruu-chan did figure out that Orly betrayed BGC, because when we were looking for her, I think Tim was like, she backstabbed us, and I was like, ooh, because she did leave Staruu-chan multiple times, like with everyone. That's why Staruu-chan was left alone at the cafe, and Staruu-chan tried so hard to ask Orly like what was going on, you know, just a little something, but she never spilled. She was very loyal to the LSPD. I think I was surprised at how loyal she was to the police. Not because I know that in her character intro she actually said that she's lawful good. Staruu-chan is chaotic good. So I knew that if the police were involved, she would align more with them, but I didn't know how heavily involved she was with the police from the very beginning. Yeah, I was very surprised. I literally just started watching, like skimming through Andrea's VODs today. Because I was like, what was happening on that side? Orly didn't tell Staruu-chan anything. You enjoyed my performance at the talent show? Thank you! Oh my gosh, that was really nerve-wracking. The audio, I listened back and I was like, man, I should have turned my music up more. My phone. I was playing the background music on my phone and holding it up to my mic. Yeah, get Jimmy! Go beat him with the bat. Did working at the GTA Maid Cafe give you flashbacks to working at the Maid Cafe you used to work at? Not anything bad. It was nice. It was fun. It was I think Staruu-chan's character was basically my Maid Cafe customer service persona anyway, so it was all very familiar, and I think it helped me to navigate some situations and conversations. You know, like the whole like, oh, that's inappropriate, like, but you can't be like, hey, you don't do that. Like I don't like that. You have to do it like that. Like, oh no, okay, I'm gonna go this way, like that kind of stuff. So I think it helped. Maybe Maid Crystal came and took over my body and did it. Mr. White and Vanilla Unicorn. Oh my gosh, I never met Mr. White formally. That's something I realized. There's actually quite a few characters that I never came across, but they were there for quite a while. You got us with your performance on the event. Thank you! Thank you so much! A lot of the people, everyone who performed in that talent show was very skilled and talented. I was like, oh, I felt like I could not give amazing, beautiful vocals, but I could do the idol energy stuff. So I'm glad! Thank you! It's very nice to meet you all. Mr. White. I didn't know Orly resigned. Ah. Yeah. Orly is a mystery. Orly became a big mystery to Staruu-chan, to me, to Staruu-chan. I mean, obviously, I think her storyline got so popular that it was hard to avoid it. But yeah, it was hard to avoid it. But I tried to keep it out of the RP of Staruu-chan. Staruu-chan's knowledge. But yeah. What else do we talk about? Okay, what's next? I thought it was very nice that even though I was stuck behind the cafe counter for most of the event, everyone who came by was very, very nice, and people would remember me and recognize me, or if they saw me at an event, like people would still come up to me and say hi. Eventually, like people would just come to the cafe to hang out, to say hi, even though they didn't want to buy anything, which is probably not good for business, but I guess who cares, because everyone in Uu Cafe was part of a gang anyways and getting paid elsewhere. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on the last day, I don't even think I served anyone on the last day, but I was giving free omurice and bubble tea to people all the time. The closer it was to the end of the event, the more discounts and free stuff I was giving out. Also, it also because I think, okay, in Staruu-chan's perspective, she was losing Orly. She was feeling more and more alone, so she wanted people to come back to her more. So she's like posting like, oh, if you call for Staruu-chan, like you remember my name, I'll give you a discount. That kind of stuff. Do you have any pictures of GTA? I posted a lot on Twitter actually. I can't believe I worked very hard to do like model looking pictures. And I was very happy. Yesterday someone, who was it? Was it Dr. Boo Boo? Complimented the pictures that Staruu-chan posts. I was like, wow, someone noticed. I'm so flattered. The last day you clocked in and immediately got taken hostage. So I did work like that. Orly was part of BGC like informant. Maybe that's why Rico didn't remove her from the maid cafe. So I watched Andrea's day 1 and day 2, Orly's day 1 and day 2 VODs a little bit. And I realized that Orly was in contact with Marcus. Freaking Marcus Macaroni. Dumb, stupid Marcus Macaroni. I hate that guy. She was in contact with him like from day 1. I don't know if I didn't look through like super detailedly for day 1, but day 2 for sure. She called him like 5 times, or like she saw him 5 times. I don't think they did any heart-to-hearts then, but he just always appeared whenever she called the police. Also, she called the police a lot. So I'm surprised that BGC didn't clock that. I was like, yeah, literally, also there was one time, was it day 2 or day 3? The day that we all got on the EMS. Was it Nanine? Was it Nanine's motorcycle? Like the 5 or 6 of us carry the carry chain, which is totally like not immersive. That was very immersion breaking. But that day, I think that day is the day I saw that BGC took Orly to start getting initiated into their gang. But literally that day, in the car, Orly said, oh hey, Nami is at the cafe. I have to call the police because they told me to call them if they see her. And no one in BGC questioned it. They weren't like, oh, like, shouldn't you like hide it? Like, you know, she's our employee. Like, are you like not being loyal to Uwu Cafe? I'm so surprised they didn't notice that. They're just like, oh, I think they were like, oh, police, and then the police didn't pick up, so they didn't actually hear anything. I don't even know if Orly knew why the police asked her to call them when they saw Nami. Maybe it's just to report on something. But like, Staruu-chan would never say something about her coworkers to the police if it wasn't anything like actually terrible or bad. I think Staruu-chan protected them so much. But they chose Orly, who was texting and calling the police every day. Literally every day. So I was like, oh, okay. I think it's the... Maybe it was the Filipino bond. They had sunglasses on. They couldn't see it. They couldn't hear her communications with the police. Started wanting more visitors and wanting to go on her adventure with more was so tragic. I caught on in the middle of her journey, but I was obsessed. See, that... I didn't even expect that to happen. That was only because of Orly and the police and the macaroni thing. It really was. Because before that, Staruu-chan was happy just hanging out with Orly. Just the two of them. You know, it was just like slice of life. To her, it was just slice of life anime. And then suddenly, Orly's not telling her anything. Orly disappeared for a whole day. Orly didn't watch her perform. Orly didn't perform either when Orly said that she came here because she wants to be a singer, but she didn't sing on stage. so everything changed. Everything changed for Staruu. And then she's like, well, I guess I don't really have a close friend and I'm feeling more and more alone. So how can I get more people to come to me? And how can I hint at people that I want to go out? So please take me somewhere. I can't believe the amusement park thing became such a big symbol. I also saw that on day... I think Orly did mention this on day 2. Day 2 or day 3, Orly went to the amusement park by herself. Staruu-chan did go to the amusement park to take a look by herself, but she went there and she was like, I need to experience this with other people, so I don't want to go on any rides. She left. So that was the closest she got. Yeah, Staruu-chan is not a snitch. She is very, very loyal. She is very loyal to the people she cares about. Yeah. And the more you care about her, the more she cares about you. And she thought... It was kind of sad when I found everything happening. When I found out everything was happening with Macaroni, I was like, oh. Orly is not as close with Staruu as Staruu thought. She thought they were best friends, but turns out Orly talks to someone else more about her feelings and everything and does not talk to Staruu about anything other than surface level stuff. Even when Staruu tried to ask and be open and be like, hey, I'm here for you, she's like, no, it's for your safety. So I thought it was really funny that it was a great ending. I don't know if it's great. Actually, it's a little sad. Staruu and Orly started out together, always together, and we ended up on different sides. We ended up on complete opposite sides. She even posted like LSPD was her family, and Staruu's family she ended with was a gang, the gang that Orly had betrayed. So it was kind of like, oh, it got so dramatic. I don't know if people noticed. I think I am glad I wrote like that whole post. I started to add a little bit more context, more feelings, a little more sadness in the Twitter day recaps, because I do know that people don't see Staruu-chan's perspective, and Staruu-chan is always alone. So I was like, maybe I should like try to get this out to more people so they see more context somehow. when Staruu-chan appears, it's always just like the sidekicker. So I hope that last post that I did, the confidential entry that kind of sums up her entire journey, was helpful. I hope it was obvious enough in that post that Staruu joined the gang and turned off all the lights at the Sakura festival. I wonder if that surprised anyone. No one reacted in a surprised way. I don't know if they saw it or anything, but because no one knew Staruu-chan was in the gang at the end when the server closed. She was just gone that whole day. Yeah, stupid macaroni. BGC just noticed in the black market spawned on BGC HQ. Then the news circulate. Oh, so Orly told police that the black market was that the BGC has access to the black market. So I think they like had suspicions, and then when Orly truly disappeared, and then Staruu told them that Orly meets up with Macaroni often, then it was confirmed for them. Do you know if they got closure from Orly? Were they able to talk to her? Staruu-chan got some sort of ending with that, like she figured everything out. But I didn't know if BGC got closure, because I remember Princess running after Orly to try to talk to her after the group picture, and Princess said she disappeared really, really fast. So she didn't even... That was a whole Orly didn't say bye thing. Which I then saw on Twitter that Orly went to say bye to the police instead. And the police saw her off at the airport, and I was like, oh my gosh! If Uwu Cafe knew, that would be so sad. I mean, Staruu-chan would be so sad if she knew for certain. But Staruu didn't know that part. I kept that separate. I did have a plan or an idea to like lightly mention it to the police, like, oh, Orly left without saying goodbye to... I wanted to see her off at the airport and to see what would happen, but I don't think I got a chance to do that. I wonder if they know. I wonder what their reaction is if they realize. Do they realize? It's so interesting. The whole story is so interesting. I don't think they got a chance to talk to her. To Orly? They did! Oh no, Orly went to the police station to say bye to them, and then Rokunana saw her off. Rokunana took her to the airport and said bye to her. Rokunana saw her walk into the airport gate. There, I saw a brief picture of that, I think. And I scrolled past it really, really quick. Yeah. So... yeah, it was low-key revenge. BGC! Yeah, it's kind of sad. So they didn't get any closure. They didn't get any explanation as to why Orly did that to them. I hope they're okay with it. Their character stories. I did feel like I had to for rush or like really make Staruu-chan's story end properly, because everything happened so close to the end of the event. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't have enough time. Like, is Staruu-chan just gonna end the event literally alone? So I was like, no, we gotta change some things. We have to do something. And then I got, oh my gosh, I was like staying up. I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't sleep because I was getting so many ideas for the story in my head of where Staruu-chan can go to have a happy ending. So I was very... I was very happy that BGC invited her, but I was also like, darn it! I will describe it to you guys. Okay, so my plan was I would be at the cafe. Staruu-chan would be at the cafe, and then she knows that they are, because I think they noticed that Orly left Staruu-chan kind of hanging. And chose someone else over her. So they were aware and they did want to be kind to Staruu-chan and involve her a bit more. So my plan was to be working at the cafe, and then I'll text them. Except I also didn't want to interrupt their heist on the last day, but so I was gonna text them and be like, "Oh, I need your help at the cafe. Can you meet me at the garage, at the storage room?" And then I was gonna change into my outfit and put the mask on, and then have the gun. I'm gonna have the gun like aimed at them, and then I unlock the garage and it goes up and they see me aiming gun at them. Well, they would see masked person aiming gun at them and be like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" And then I'd be like, "Let me join your gang! This is Staruu-chan! Let me join your gang!" But I didn't get to do that, so I improvised. I pointed the gun at them at their hideout when they already invited me. That's why I got the gun! That is why Staruu-chan got the gun. I was a little surprised too. I do, okay. LSPD had a lot to deal with, but in our RP world, it was a little bit disappointing. Their response to everything related to Orly that was not Orly. Yes, that is why I got the radio, I got the gun, I got the mask, because I was gonna be like, "I'm ready to go, guys. Let me in. I'm ready. I literally have everything. Just add me." The LSPD did not... They didn't check on her. They only checked on Orly. But, like, you know, if someone reports someone missing and someone is distraught that their loved one is missing, don't usually the authorities also provide... Well, I think they should also provide them with some sort of support, or, like, you know, at least ask them how they're doing. Are they okay? And then Staruu-chan registers a gun with them, and they're not like, "Oh, why is she registering a gun on the last day?" Like, they didn't ask, like, "Hey, what are you gonna do with that gun?" Like, just checking, like, "We know you lost your friend, so are you good? Like, you want to talk about anything?" No one asked her anything. They just gave her they just let her register the gun. So the LSPD did a little bit story-wise, they dropped the ball a little bit in terms of their job, because, like, they obviously can take very, very good care of someone, because they took very, very good care of Orly, and she was their adopted daughter. So favoritism! Oh my gosh, I closed the chat. Where did the chat go? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I do know that they oh, where'd you go? Come back. The players themselves were very stretched thin, though, so it makes sense. Oh my gosh, where'd you go? Where'd you go, chat? Okay, there you are. Yeah, they were not paying close enough attention. I do think that it probably also had to do with what? Oh, there you are. That was kind of Staruu-chan's thing also by the end. I didn't intend her to be like this, but by the end she was that person that looks like she's always happy, but doesn't always mean she's happy, especially after her best friend just tried to unalive herself and then left the next day. So yeah, and it did also point Staruu to joining the gang more, because I think if LSPD had given her more support after the Orly thing and also cared for her, then she would, like, because she had good connections with the LSPD. Like, I mean, she never told them anything, but there was friendship there, you know, there were chances, but they didn't. And that is why she turned to the next closest people, which ended up being gang. And she knew that they were a gang. She has been keeping their secret for a while, ever since they first took her hostage. Well, I mean, she also saw The Bachelors. She watched The Bachelors change their masks. take off and put on their mask. She watched it, so she knew. She knew for a very long time. Yeah, and I told the police. Staruu-chan told the police multiple times, "Hey, I want to go to adventure. Like, take me out." Like, "Oh yeah, I would be willing to ride in your car," but unfortunately, never got the chance to. Yeah, she got the chance to do everything on the very last day, except the amusement park. But I'm very happy even without the amusement park, because I thought it was so sweet that they kept bringing up the amusement park. Like, no, we didn't get to go. And I was like, oh, you know, at least there was that. You know, like they were thinking about it. And it was very fun for me personally as a behind the RP to experience the gang stuff a little bit. The C4. The C4. Why is it called C4? I don't know about these things. The explosives. That part was fun. Oh yeah, and then that was the first time I was working with Ryan Jenner Coolidge, who I don't think I really interacted with before, but I found out after the event that he was a completely different person. His character was a completely different personality before I met him. Because when I met him, he was like so chill and normal. It was a little bit embarrassing after we finished our part of the mission, because it was just us two. We were just like, now what? We sit in the car, and I'm like thinking, if a police does come up to us, do we have to say like, oh, we're on a date? But I'm like, what would Staruu-chan do in that situation? Because she is not interested in romance or anything. I was like, do we have to go there? But it was okay. But that was the first time I met him, and he was like such a chill guy. And then I discovered that he was an undercover agent who was pretending to be gay and was dating men. That's why his car says sugar baby. I was like, oh, that's so funny. It's a completely different personality. It's really funny how the Cat Cafe members are just compilation of different gangs. It is. Two gangs. I think that also contributed a little bit to Staruu-chan's sadness at the end after Orly left. By Orly leaving, I include like her just not telling, like she hasn't physically left yet, but she was not telling Staruu-chan anything, because there's basically at Ulu Cafe to Staruu-chan, there's 3 entities. Orly is her own. BGC was another, and then Luca and Catboy Friends was the 3rd. And all 3 of them were keeping her out. So that's why I think the second last day, she's like, I'm just gonna go out and look at everything. And then the last day, I was like, no, I want to end it with some sort of friends. I tried to look for the MILFs, but it didn't work. I could not find the MILFs. I wanted to find the MILFs so bad. You finally found me. Hello, no hop down. Welcome. Welcome. Disast. Thank you so much for the follow. No amusement park and no candy. Staruu-chan ate the candy at the Sakura festival. She did get to try the candy, so she tried the grass and the candy. You were getting Ryan and W mixed up. Why? Ryan had a ox mask on the entire time, and he's blonde. W has blue hair. Ryan's card. Ryan is actually. I 100% meant it when he was the worst driver. When I said he was the worst driver I ever met in Los Santos, I did not understand how he crashed into so many things. I was like, what is this driving? What is it? And then his cars kept breaking because he was hitting everything, and I was like, dude, we need this car. We need it. Let's go back to the repair shop. Hello, Rez. No more District B. Well, you can ask me anything. Hello, Spectre. But really, thank you guys for cheering on and rooting for Staruu-chan. I really appreciated it. It was very good. I was very happy for Staruu-chan. Park near the bank to watch the escape. I think we didn't know where the bank was, because I saw later on after the event ended that Ryan was added to BGC the day before, and I don't know if they did anything with him. Maybe just the bank, like the hostage bank situations, but I don't think he knew where the bank was. The power grid thing. I was like, how the heck? What power grid? Are we talking a little electrical panel or power plant or like what are we looking for? I have no idea. Mr. Toad joined the cat cafe and established their own gang called Aura. I never met Aura. Louise was part of a gang, right? Was she part of Aura? I saw Louise is my friend from day one also. Where did I meet her? At the airport. We took the taxi together. Every time I saw her, I was always happy to say hi to her. Yeah, so I don't understand why everyone wanted to keep Staruu-chan in the dark for so long. Because it was so obvious that things were going on. Like, is she really going to be in danger just by knowing? But maybe it's like they didn't want her to say bring me on the stuff, because player wise I know there's a limit to how many people can be part of heists, but I don't think she wanted that. I think she just wanted to be able to be like, hey, be safe on your mission today. I'll be here when you need anything, like you want some food when you go on the road, I can get it for you, like that kind of stuff. Is that it? She gave off that she was too innocent. Maybe everyone thought that she was lawful good and they didn't realize she's chaotic good, even though there are so many instances where she just didn't say anything to protect them. And she's very... I tried to drop a lot of hints that she just wanted to have fun also. Even though sometimes it's not perfectly against the law. Like, there were times that Orly was like, oh, we should call the police, and then Staruu-chan was like, nah. Could you, at one point, you were like, could you try to stay on the road? And he was like, nah. You know, Ryan was funny. I was really happy to meet him at the end. You know, I guess it's sad that we only got 1 day. 2 days to interact. The ending was very funny. Well, also, it was very funny that he found her on the skyline right before the giant gang meeting. Which I was also like, shouldn't someone tell Staruu to leave when I realized what it was? So like, shouldn't they not begin their master giant heist plan discussions while someone is right there? Someone not part of the gang is here. I didn't even have a mask on. I was just standing there. Klein was a MILF and you got to hang with him. I did! I messaged Klein outside of the game to ask him if my character can trauma dump on his character. But I knew that he would be like a good partner to it if he was up for it, because he's very good at RP. And I think it made sense for Staruu to confide in someone who was completely unrelated to everything and didn't know anything, because I don't think she couldn't say it all to BGC. She couldn't say it all to the police because there's things she wants to protect them from also. And she is mindful of their feelings as well. But with Klein, she could just literally word salad. Don't know why she's talking about this anymore, but she's still talking. Thank you, Spectre! I do believe that Orly cared about Staruu, but maybe just misunderstood Staruu. Maybe she cared too much where she thought that Staruu needed to be protected from things. But she didn't say goodbye to Staruu! We'll see if Andrea ever says why. Gangs have a hideout and it can be raided, and most gangs scared to leak info. BGC top one. I did see that they are the top gang. Staruu-chan joined the top gang. Ah, bachelors focus on heist. Ah. It's actually coincidence. I drove by BGC's hideout and I commented on it. I was like, Tequila Wala, like American divorce. And I stopped briefly there to look at it. I was like, oh wow, that's their hideout. I was dying when you initially got kidnapped yesterday and they just picked up Tim with no... They doxed themselves so many times to Staruu. I was like, you should have just asked her to be involved in the beginning. Like, well, you're acting like she's already involved anyways. And I can't believe Princess and Rico kept saying Dubby during the kidnapping. I was like, you guys, I hope you guys are not saying Dubby when it's other hostages. It's not me. They thought police was on their tail. No. I was just on my scooter going home, like going to the apartment one day. I did like completely unrelated to the gang stuff. I think I was literally just driving around the city and I just looked at the hideout and just admired it for a bit. We have to accept Staruu and Orly's ending was to go different ways. Yeah, Staruu is very loyal, so she will still always have a soft spot for Orly. She will never... I don't think she will ever confront Orly about it at all. She'll just try to... be understanding. Maybe it's like copium, but... She would... I'm pretty sure she would still love to see Orly and hang out again and go to amusement park with her one day. You like take Staruu with you? Yeah, I was like, oh, like, yeah, I could have taken you to the police and we could go to the airport together. You know, it's like, you can also bring Nana to the airport. I could just stand there while you guys say your stuff. Like, it's fine. Staruu was the light in all the darkness that surrounded them. Aww, that's cute. But I could be the light. While helping them also. I think that was something at the very beginning before everything started and I was making my character. I did think that Staruu-chan could be a very good asset to a criminal organization because she can... I think no one would suspect her. I don't think the police would have suspected her if she was part of the gang earlier on. So she could have been an asset that way, but she didn't. No one used her that way, which is fine. Also, I'm very satisfied with the whole story, with Staruu-chan's story in District V. Yeah, the gap between El Bachelor's super organized crime and BGC chaotic gangs. So I haven't seen any POVs of the Bachelors yet. I'm gonna have to go watch that, but being as a hostage watching BGC work is so funny. It's so funny. And then I think even when I was able to join them, I finished my part. I guess mine and Ryan's part was the easy part. Though that one stubborn blue interact circle that was tricking us, that was in the middle like of the wall and the ground, that one was annoying. But after that, just listening to the radio, so funny. And then I was like, I remember mentioning to Ryan that Tim is okay until he starts praying to the Lord. And then Tim started praying to the Lord, and I was like, oh no, he's not okay. It's so funny. I love them though. I'm so happy I was able to end the story with them. To Staruu-chan, what could have been Staruu-chan's best ending? I think the ending that happened was very good. The only thing that would have made it better, yeah, would be, I think, if Staruu-chan could see Orly off at the airport. and have a proper and say goodbye to her properly. Because if you think about it, Orly said goodbye to Staruu-chan more properly when she was about to drown herself. Or I guess she did drown herself, which I found out. Also that! She didn't say I drowned myself and tried to die. She said I thought about drowning herself when she told Staruu-chan. She didn't say that she actually tried to drown herself. But the ending that happened, but add a proper goodbye with Orly. That would have been the best ending. I do think that if Orly wasn't involved with Macaroni, that Staruu-chan's ending would have been still happy, but very peaceful and like kind of nothing big and nothing really happened, good or bad. Or I mean, a lot of good things happened, but like nothing good, like big event ever happened to her. It was just slice of life. That would have been okay. But this ending, she was actually able to be happy with people. If only she could get that goodbye with Orly, though. Has Staruu-chan properly closed her lore? No hanging storylines. I did try very hard to close up everything. That's why I went to the LSPD to give them coffees. At the very beginning of the day, well, when Staruu-chan woke up, one of the first things she did was to go to the LSPD with coffees to pass out to everyone. Also gave extra bubble tea and a teddy bear to Chase McCarthy. I don't know if he understood it, but the first time Chase McCarthy went to Ulu Cafe and met Staruu-chan, he was undercover and he told her to call him Teabag. So I don't know if he remembered that or not, but that's why she said the teddy bear is the tea bear. Because he, out of the police force, he did look out for her the most. And he was always saying that he wanted her to go out, and he told her you should buy a mask and just go out so no one can recognize you. And she did buy a mask and go out in the end. So yeah, she did get to see. I think she did get to see most of the people that she had been saying hi to often around the city. And the BGC thing. I think people might think that the amusement park thing is a very sad hanging storyline, but I think that Staruu-chan was. I think the heist attempt, is this still considered a heist? It is, right? Robbery? Heist? The heist attempt was more exciting for Staruu-chan than the amusement park. The amusement park would have been just cute, yeah, friendship. I was very curious about the rides though, but the heist was very, very fun. That was very fun. Yeah, it was like an amusement park. It was ups and downs. The Ryan's driving. It's great. I can't believe, how's it possible to drive like that? I guess I never drove a car in GTA 5, so it might be very difficult. But I was like, how can it be this hard? It's too funny. Hey, what is Staruu-chan's by the way, thank you for all these questions, Rest. I really like it. Okay, what is Staruu-chan's perception towards BGC and Cat Cafe after joining to the end? Still positive, I think. She's very loyal. She is very loyal, and they all only treated her kindly. They never disappointed her or anything. I mean, maybe it is because of lack of interactions, but they were always very nice to her. Tim had mentioned before too that he feels bad that I'm always stuck in the cafe, and he wanted to. I had said to him like I want to do a team outing. Especially they kept mentioning the theme park, the amusement park at the end, and saying sorry. It was very heartwarming. So I think she loves them and she will be loyal to them. Even though they might get in trouble, but she'll do her best to support them. Thank you for the follow! G-I-O-O and Zingli, welcome! Okay, next one. What is your top 3 moments in District V? Oh, in District V, top 3 moments. Top 3 moments. Avoiding getting scammed by Vanilla Unicorn when Orly and I got taken to the VIP room. I don't know if many people know this, but on Vanilla Unicorn's opening day, Orly and Staruu got invited to the VIP room, and Staruu was asking, "How much is it? How much is it? How much is it?" And the hosts, it was Topaz and Amethyst, who I think were Damon and Val. They said, "Oh, it doesn't cost anything," and then we were like, "Oh, do we have to buy drinks and bring them up there?" And then they're like, "Oh no, we'll get it for you." And then after some very lovely chats, actually, very, very lovely chats with the hosts, that Staruu tried to keep it as platonic as possible. It was very difficult because Damon Topaz was very, very suave, very smooth. She was like, dodging, dodge, dodge, no romance, no flirting, dodge. But after we went down to pay the bill, actually, I'm pretty sure Orly and Staruu were both very surprised that they said there was a bill to pay, because from their perspective, the host was just giving them free drinks. Like, we thought they were just being nice to us. And then we got down to the bartender, and the bartender's like, "How much? What did you get?" And then they were like, "Oh, bottle service." And I don't know why the bartender, was surprised and questioned it, and she said, "Bottle service?" And then that made Staruu and Orly question everything, and then Staruu was like, "Yeah, they gave us bottles." And then she was like, "What?" And then the hosts were like, two cocktails." I still have to watch back. I know Val got taken off to the side afterwards to get talked to. But I think if that bartender didn't question it and just charged us, we would have just paid it. That was really funny. So that's one moment. Another moment, I mean, definitely the heist. The exploding things. During searching for the spots to blow up at the power plant, I was actually thinking, like, I think in this situation, I did kind of drop the idol voice a bit. I was planning on dropping the idol voice if I could... If someone she knew came and asked her to open up, and she was willing to open up to them, she would have dropped the idol voice and been more normal talking to be more transparent. But during the heist, the exploding part, I was like, I think I need to drop it because I can't be serious and be idle. Like, she's in serious mode now. You might have heard a difference in her talking. That was very cool. Another top moment. I mean, I think the ending on the mountain, the Sakura Forest ending was very cute. I was very happy. In the hideout. I mean, the whole BGC ending. The whole BGC ending was definitely a very, very top moment for me. Yeah, the hosts were scamming us. Thank you, Lord. When we were searching for Orly and Tim fell off the cliff, and then Staruu-chan also fell off the cliff, but she landed in water, so she didn't die. She didn't get hurt. He was dying, and I said, "Pray to the goddesses so that you can get revived," because EMS were off at that time. And he just started praying out loud. I was like, "That's not what I meant. You need to type in the chat." But I didn't realize he didn't type in the chat until literally 5 minutes later. And I was like, "Oh wait, you have to type in the chat. You have to say it was your number." And he's like, "How do I find my number?" I was like, "Oh, he did. He really didn't ask for a revive." So funny. He forgot about that at the end too. He just, I remember when he was asking to be teleported to the Sakura village, I saw him just type village. And so I was like, "Tim, you need to say your number also." And then he just said number. And then I saw him try it again later, that he put them together. Is it because he is boomer? Tito Tim? Yeah, those are top moments. Hold on. I'm trying to like see your guys' commentary on my commentary and then go back to the question. Ah, thank you, Yams. Okay. Let's see. Yes, Staruu had swimming challenges on the beach day, but after the beach day, I think she figured it out a little bit better. They're guns! I saw 2 guns. Well, I had... Staruu-chan ended with 2 types of guns in her bag. The pistol and the... Was it the marksman? I think? She never used them though. She never fired them. Yeah, the tea bear. I don't think he remembered or noticed it either. But that was my intention. I would just say it here. Staruu and Orly going separate ways. Enter music. It's been a long... Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. But is Orly gonna tell her all about it? It's okay. Staruu will just enjoy the time that she does have and what she can get from Orly. The heist thrill is very addicting. Her VP collection. No, what's that? Biko Neko's VP collection. That. Okay, let me go back to Rest's questions. Oh, to anyone. Ah, okay, you got this. VU. I didn't know anything about VU being part of a criminal organization. Other than Miss Dragon, Anya was... I saw Anya... Okay, no. Technically, I didn't know that... Oh, well... This is where I wasn't sure what is allowed. Because at the cafe, when you charge someone... When you get someone to pay their bill, you see their actual character name. So anyone who is incognito, you could see their not incognito name. And I didn't know if that cash register... If that system was considered like we see it or we pretend we don't see it. I myself knew that Anya Knees was doing something as Lady Dragon. Her voice packs, Riko Neko's voice packs. No, didn't see. Oh, I think I saw a clip. I noticed a clip, but I didn't see it yet. She has voice packs. Is it Tim's voice packs? Is it just like voice notes? Cars are difficult to drive if you don't fine-tune your controls. Ah, so it's good that Staruu stuck with the bike theming things. But W is so good. W is so good at driving the cars. I saw some clips. I saw a clip where he outran Detective Cortado. It was very cool. Your gun plan getting ruined was funny. At least I still got to shock them with the gun. That was good. And I was like, I have no bullets. I have gun and I pointed the gun at you, but I have no bullets. Lord Padawan. BGC ending was happy, but Tim ending was very sad. I did see that. I did see he sacrifices himself for the game. He does say that on the radio, that everyone else leave without him. And I did see him say that in his POV, Tim just gets put into prison for the rest of his life. And I understand that because he wouldn't have been able to make it to the Sakura Forest without the mod's intervention. So I think that is fair. It is very sad though. That's why in my final journal entry as Staruu-chan, I added that extra thing at the end. Because I think Tim was the one who cared for her the most. or outwardly cared about her the most. I also saw some people started shipping Staruu and Tim, and I was so shocked. I was like, wait, I didn't think that would be possible. But I guess we were standing really close at the wedding. But on my screen, we were not touching. But on his screen, it looked like we were holding hands. I was so shocked. It's very fun. I think it's fun. It's funny to have people ship Staruu with other people. Let's see. Still love the bike carrying thing. That was a very funny moment. It was definitely RP breaking, but that was very, very funny. Other funny moments. That was a very funny moment. Rico and Princess saying Dubby's name during the hostage situation was also very, very funny. I had a moment with Profit Margins where he was telling me he came to the cafe and he wanted drinks, and he was telling me how he received $50,000 from Kyle as a love bomb. So he wants to find Kyle to tell him to stop. And then he told me that he doesn't have money, so can I give him something for free? And I was like, you literally just said you have $50,000. And then we just stared at each other in silence. I don't know if his head popped or at what point that his head popped, because he did disconnect. He did disappear. But from my perspective, we were staring at each other in silence for like a good 3 minutes, and I was trying so hard not to laugh. Staruu-chan was gonna stare him down. Like, you just said you have $50,000 and you're asking for free food? No. No. That was a very funny. Let's see. That's Then. She paid 1 to 2 million for each voice pack? Oh my gosh. Morning wake up call. Ask Shu and James Band-Aid. Oh, wow. Staruu voice pack. It's gonna be like, Yahoo! Yahoo! Her thing was Yahoo! Tim, Shu, James, just in time, Sunny. Oh my gosh, I love Sunny's dog. Shohei, I love that birdie account. Started with the I learned some Filipino was good. I thought I was a genius when I thought of that. When I thought of that phrase, I thought I was a genius. I bait everyone into thinking that I was gonna swear and say something bad, but actually it's a very innocent thing. I do like puto though, it's very tasty. Oh, started chase my OTP. He didn't notice. He didn't notice. It was nice. I think our last texts were nice though. That's how I tied that up. Also, the bubble teas and the teddy bear to him. Last gif of a cat flying in the air with sunglasses. That was Staruu-chan being like, haha, bye, I'm gonna go be a gang member now. If Officer Chase... That's true! I know! In Spanish, it's different. But it's okay, everyone there is Filipino. Was Staruu-chan the only... Like, actually the only one who is not Filipino in BGC? Can learn. She can learn Tagalog. I know some words. I like Filipino food. Staruu had more wit than what most realized. I saw a good bit of people taken completely off guard for her. Yeah! Thank you for noticing. Yeah, that's why I was like, she could be such a good asset to people. To the criminal, or even to the police. You know, there's someone asked to help. But she didn't get a chance. It's okay. Well, actually, she got a chance at the very end. And no one knew. She just walked up to the Sakura Festival at the end, be like, hee hee hee, I turned off all your lights, but no one knew. No one will ever know. Ah, she's half Filipino. You speak a different dialect. Started getting adopted by Filipinos. Yeah! Yeah! I'm actually curious. Canonically, what are the ages of the BGC members? Staruu-chan, I made her. She was born in... It was 2004? 2000... Okay. I put thought into her creation also. Her birthday is October 1st, 2004. Which is World Smile Day. World Smile Day is apparently the first Friday of October. So that was the day. And then I also googled what is the world's happiest country. And apparently it's Finland. So I put that she's from Finland. I've never been to Finland. So that's why her ID says Finland, if anyone noticed that. Sani, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Princess is 23 because she RP'd something with Luca. Ah, so Staruu and the Princess are very close in age, but Staruu's a little bit younger. That's older than I thought. Princess was really young. Actually, Orly is the one who's leaking info of BGC to the police. Ah, were you shocked? Were you a BGC POV watcher? I was saying at the beginning of stream that right before this, right before I started streaming, I was watching Orly's POVs, and Orly had been talking to the police regularly since basically day 1. Like on day 2, she talked to the police 5 times. I don't know why, but every single time she talked to the police, also it was Marcus Macaroni. So it's like, oh, that's why she and Marcus Macaroni was the thing, because they saw each other 5 times on the first day, and then he was like, oh yeah, just call me. Yeah. I was saying that BGC didn't notice that Orly says I'm gonna call the police very often too. Orly, I think Orly very openly talks about reporting things to the police. And I was like, BGC, come on! You guys can't get someone who talks to the police so much in your gang unless you confront them and make sure that they're on your side. Yeah, Tim has the child and wife. It's true. Orly is 27. Ah. You plan to join them in buying guns and masks. Yes. I had planned to be at the cat cafe, and I would text them. Probably text Dubby, and I'd be like, can you guys come to the cafe? I need your help. There's some guys here. Meet me. I'm stuck in the garage or something. And so like they'd pull up to the garage, and then I would be in the mask and have my gun out. And then open the garage, and as the garage door opens, they see some girl in a mask who's obviously Staruu-chan, but they don't know that. But they themselves would know it, and they'd see it, be like, "What the heck? There's some girl pointing a gun at us!" And then I'd take the mask off and be like, "Let me join your gang!" That was the plan. That was the original plan. That's why I prepared everything. But in the end, they invited her first, so she didn't get to do it. But we improvised. We found a different way to pull out the gun and shock them. Yeah, it was too late. They aren't the brightest. Yeah, no, that's why I love them though. They're so funny. Doxing their own members during hostage. The police are outside and they're like, Dubby, how do I do this? And I'm like, I don't think you should call them. I don't think you should call him Dubby. I think you have to call him a different name. Or else they're gonna catch you guys. Tim wanted to invite Valentina. Who was a news reporter. Valentina also ended up aligning with the LSPD more, right? I didn't see what happened to her at the end. Did she choose a side? I think Staruu was always a bit wary of her because she saw Valentina like in the middle. What do people call it? Riding the fence. And I know she's a news reporter, but I think it was a little like it's a little bit untrustworthy feeling, you know. So I mean, you have to like go around feeling super unbiased, I think. She did become LSPD. That's the last time I saw her. She was at the police station. And also I thought that she was Rokunana because I didn't know that Valentina joined the LSPD at that point, and they Rokunana and Valentina have the same hairstyle and very similar color. I know Valentina's is purple and Rokunana's is blue, but they're very similar. Okay. I'm not colorblind. I noticed it when I reviewed the VOD afterwards, but in the moment I was like, oh, isn't this Nana? And then she was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, I'm Rokunana. And then she's like, I'm not at liberty, citizens. And I was like, oh yeah, that totally sounds like her. That totally sounds like Rokunana. So I didn't question it at all until I found out afterwards that it was Valentina. That's so funny. BGC as well underestimated Orly, but it could have been the fellow Filipino buff. Orly had mentioned it hurt for her to report them as well. Yeah. The buff, the ties, the family, the homeland ties are too strong. I understand that. If only Orly go to arrest BGC with the police, it would be so much. Yeah, I wonder what would have happened if they were able to talk to her at the end. I think maybe that might be something that... I don't know, I'll have to see if any of the BGC members talk about it. If you ask them, do they have any loose story ends that they would have liked to tie up? I feel like if I were them, I think I would have wanted to have a resolution to that, but yeah. There was mods when Staruu got invited to the BGC as well. Yeah, the demon guy was there. The demon guy. And he is also the monkey, right? I accidentally, during the talent show day while we were waiting for judging, I was walking around and then I saw this guy like in a mask sitting alone in the back, and I walked up to him and he's like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "How are you doing?" Like in total Staruu-chan talking to new person mode. And then afterwards, he just started giving me money. And then afterwards, I was like, who the heck was that? And then I was like, oh wait, I think I went to talk to a mod. just chatting with the mod. And there's another mod, Nezumi. Nezumi would always come to say hi to me, but she changed her outfit so much, I never recognized her. That's something I learned in GTA. I cannot recognize people if they change their outfit and hairstyle. Even at the Sakura Festival at the very end, Rochella came up to me and she was like, oh, it's very nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, thank you. Who are you? but it's really important to me to be able to say everyone's names. I don't know if people noticed that. I worked really hard to remember everyone so that they could feel very welcomed and thought of. And that they know that I'm genuinely being happy to see them, because I'm trying to remember their names. And I try to address them by name as soon as I see them. Yeah. Night to Navi! Thank you so much for the follow! Welcome! When I was watching the perspectives of Day 10 for all involved, I was getting teary-eyed with how many people dropped what they were doing. Drop what they were doing? To find Orly. Yeah, Orly. When Orly first sent me those texts, I wasn't streaming that day on Twitch, but I was streaming it on Discord to the subscribers. And I don't know if anyone who was watching that noticed, but I was just like completely silent for at least 5 minutes, like a very good long while, and Staruu-chan was just sitting there. She was at the car show and she was sitting apart from everyone because she was waiting for Orly and she was feeling like a little out of place. Because usually Orly and her go to these events together. And she also was not participating in the car show, so she's just gonna watch from afar. But Orly texted her saying that she's preparing to go home, and she was so shocked. And then like, I was actually okay. Every time you heard Staruu cry, it was like I was crying. I think I was very sad for her. It was so sad. It made me cry because I was so sad that Staruu was losing a friend. It was like, what is going on? Like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't actually know if at the beginning it sounded like Staruu was crying. There was a moment where when she was telling Tim that Orly said she's leaving. I don't know if you could hear my voice like kind of crack there. If you go back now, and then Staruu says that she doesn't think she can call Orly. It's because if she calls Orly, like she's just gonna like start crying and not be able to talk. So that's why it's just like, can you guys help? I don't think she was capable. Staruu-chan was in so much shock and worry that she wasn't capable of like reporting it to the police immediately over voice. But she texted Officer McCarthy too. I don't think from the text it was very super clear either that Orly was going to hurt herself. Because Staruu didn't know that much. Because Orly kept it away from her. Staruu didn't know that the extent of the hard time that Orly was going through. The last thing she heard was just that Orly's friend was going through a hard time. And then suddenly Orly disappeared. So I think the initial reaction when reading the text was still like, why is she trying to leave the city early and without saying goodbye properly? So she just wanted a proper goodbye. And then the more she read it and the more like text, and then like she said something about going home isn't scary, and then like, wait, maybe it's something more. But it would have been very difficult for, I mean, me as the player and being aware of the macaroni stuff happening. If Staruu knew that the macaroni stuff is happening, then she immediately would be like, oh, Orly's in danger and contact right away. But it took Staruu a lot more time before she actually took active action. I think, yeah, because she didn't know. She had no idea. She had no idea that, like, where did taking your own life come into play? Like, when was that ever a possibility? Like, you know, yeah, it was very sad. But I'm glad that, yeah, that they found her. I did see that she was going to not let them find her, but actually, something I was curious about, if any of you are from Orly's POV, do you know who Orly texted, the order of who Orly texted? Because I know she texted Serpentico, she texted the chief, she texted Nana, right? And she texted Staruu. I don't know who else she texted, but from Staruu-chan's perspective, it seemed like the police didn't do anything until Tim and her started contacting the police. Because I think that if they had already started looking, they would have been like, oh yeah, we're already on it. But they were not. They were not. They didn't. Staruu was the first, and then Nana. Ah. But Nana didn't realize it either. Yeah, okay. The police didn't think much of it. It's kind of sad though. That's kind of sad. That is also heartbreaking. heartbreaking part about Orly and Staru's story. That's sad! Cause I feel like if Orly knew that, then she would have properly said... I want to say that I think Orly would have said bye to Staruu and BGC properly, because we were basically the ones... We were the reason she was found kind of in time, I think. I don't even know if the police would have started looking for her. Like, when would the police have actually started looking for her? Because I heard, like, they barely made it, right? From when Staruu kickstarted it. Staruu was the reason it blew up as much as it did. Yeah, yeah, and they were yeah, BGC was in a big dilemma too. I was aware when I went up to them to tell them that Orly is missing, that the two plot lines were converging and things were going to be revealed. But it made sense for Staruu to go to them because one, they are her managers. Dubby and Rico manage the cafe, so they should be... I mean, they would be concerned about an employee being in trouble. And they would also be sad. Like, I know their personalities. They would also want to say bye to Orly before she leaves. Or say something. I remember Dubby said like, I really want to talk to her before she leaves. I don't know. At that time, I didn't know. I thought it was just like saying bye, but maybe it was about the betrayal stuff. It was supposed to be a voice text message, but it didn't work. Maybe it would have been more obvious as a voice text message that she was in trouble. Tim had to choose Orly or the gang. Oh, really? How so? I think he and Tim and Staruu, I think, are similar though. In the end, I think they both are very, very loyal to their family, whoever is most closest to them at the time. But execution different. But they are both very loyal. Okay. Oh yeah, because Princess suddenly left. Verge of disbanding because they kept failing, wasting so much time, haven't conquered the Fleeka Bank. I heard about them like having big talks, and he cried and said he didn't want to be the leader anymore, but I didn't see why yet. It's the latter at first. At that time, they began to suspect there's a snitch. It's coincidence you happen to appear to them. Oh, so then maybe Dubby wanted to talk to her about being a snitch instead of... Maybe they thought like, oh, she's trying to escape us finding out that she was the mole. We're very dramatic. That one is peak sad trauma episode. Everyone played their role amazingly. BGC is guilty. They didn't care too much about Orly and let her do her thing alone. He did say that. Tim said that in the car. That they don't know much about her. But... I mean... Okay, from Staruu perspective, from my perspective, because I don't know the full story yet of either side. Orly also left a lot. But I guess she was going to the police instead of BGC. Like, I never knew if she was... which side she was going to that day. I think Staruu assumed that it was BGC. So hearing that they didn't spend much time with her, now I'm like, oh, I guess she was at the police. She was with the police. So maybe at least Gerard can feel not so bad because she was not available to spend time with them. Because she was spending time with her true family, which was LSPD. Thank you for the tip, Footstorm! Have a good day at work! Oh my gosh, an opportunity to do something like this again. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do. I think I came into this not even... Also not knowing what to do and thinking that it would... that I would be insignificant. Like, it wouldn't matter too much, but then at the end I actually did have to think about a serious story and wrapping up storylines that suddenly appeared because of macaroni. Because of... It's all macaroni. All dumb macaroni. I am tired. I personally, not Staruu-chan, I personally am tired of characters who are upset that someone left them. So they decide that they're gonna leave everyone in their life also. And this chain reaction that happened because of him, I hate it. I hate it. I cannot. It's not logical. It's not logical. Why would you inflict that same pain that this person did on you to the people in your life also? Hate it. No angst for me. Yeah, I don't like it. Everyone that wanted to just be side characters became main. I thought I was gonna be a background character, not even a side character. The hideout is not BGC hideout. They found it accidentally. Oh, that's cool. The whole band, the band, the Tequila Lala was the accident. I was wondering why they don't have a big house. Yeah, there were 6 characters as well, and it's so dumb. I hate it. I know it's like good story for people who like that kind of angst, but for me, outside of RP, I'm like, no, why would you do that? In real life, never do that, guys. Don't do that. If you're mad about someone abandoning you, don't also abandon the people in your life because you are so sad that they abandoned you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, Nana had a family. Orly had multiple families. Was the other Justin? Was it just in time? No, not just in time. Was it just in time? I didn't meet him. It's the doctor. He also had a family. Oh my gosh. It was so dumb. Ah, is there a rule? I didn't know. Actually, I didn't check. Let me... Am I allowed to say this? Let me see. Actually, one of the rules... I'm sure I can talk about this. One of the rules is actually no... Where you're supposed to keep the sexual stuff to a minimum. But the corporal guys also... they did it themselves. I was like, okay. It was really funny. I don't know about the self-harm though. Let me see. I don't think. Oh, maybe the not valuing your life. I don't know if it works the same in story-wise though. If it's, yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh, the police never found the HQ. That's good. Yay! Staruu-chan is there now, forever. Have a good day at work, Spectre. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you for rooting for Staruu-chan. I was posting it on Trendy. I saw Dr. Nayu's Golding. Justin. Name is Justin, right? That was very good. Like literally word for word what I would have said if I were to yell at someone. But Staruu-chan would not yell at. Staruu-chan would never have yelled at Orly. So, especially after she tried to take her own life also. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you can is the art tag does the art have my art tag on it? You can we can get a permit for you. A permit to post the link. I'd love to see it. I'm so glad whenever I see, I know PGC is the core 4. And it should be because they were there together for the longest time. But it doesn't. It's so happy to be included in the later art now. It's cute. It's cute. Princess Story. She had a lot in mind. She's a big part of Los Santos. Secret special character, but she stuck to BGC in the end. Ah, I did see something about she was supposed to be also part of Luca's gang a little bit. Like in it. Cool. Yeah, it was a rule, so I was very surprised very early on. I was like, oh, people are not caring. Well, I as the idol character, I had no problems, but when I saw violations, they were corporate VTubers. So I was like, well, I guess if they do it, it's okay. they would get reprimanded by their staff if they are not supposed to. Kitty knows El Bachelor's hideout. I saw that they entered accidentally, but they need like a warrant or something properly. You balanced BGC's a particular princess's heist-centric mind. It was great. On the last day, the rest wanted to chill and enjoy the final event, but Princess Loki pushes to do the heist. Tim was voicing it but ignored it. Recall that Dubby was calling it off when they can't crack the code and lost the big bank card. Ah! Princess is the only one who's really experienced. during the hostage part, Princess is always like, always, remember to put your gun up. Remember to put your gun up. No, this way, that way. Remember, do this. You have to do this. Put it back up. She must have been under so much stress. I hope everyone, the rest of the BGC members were satisfied with the ending, though, even though it ended with the failed heist. It was still good. I mean, for us, the people, we can see what we missed from other streamers' POVs. I was like, oh, I missed the Doctrix and the Soju Boys concert, but I can watch that somewhere else. Yeah, so but I wouldn't have been able to watch. Being part of the heist is something that I wouldn't have been able to experience if we didn't do it. It was nice. BGC ending. Most stressful POV. Oh, why can't I? Oh, open thread. Rico Neko panicking and hacking. Yes. The first time they kidnapped me, I heard her. She's like, guys, I'm so stressed. Guys, I'm so nervous. Like, oh, that's stuck. I don't know what to do. Dabby, help. Oh, how do I do this? Me with my hands up, standing there. Thank you for the follow. Oh, Toast Nyanya and Siphon Raider. Welcome. Nice to meet you. They're so funny. I'm really curious what the hacking is like now. Is that a normal GTA? How can I experience that? Maybe it's good that I didn't do it in RP though, because what if I'm bad at it? But I really like puzzles, so I really want. I'm so curious. I'll watch their POVs and try to do it myself or something. It's normal in every GTA. I've never played GTA before. This is my very first time. So, my very first time in GTA. Even as a viewer, you tried really hard to do it. Yeah. So curious. I guess she's under pressure too. Pressure must be scary. The police are scary. The LSPD, Chief Serpico, is so scary. He's so nice when he's not in work mode. When he came to the cafe as a customer, he was so friendly and so warm. And he sounds like so caring. But then when he was in work mode and he was scolding people, it was so scary. So scary. Memory games. Yeah, I love memory games. I like memory games. Yeah. Maybe I can try it one day. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. I do also know, I think it was definitely harder for me to join BGC due to time zone difference, because I think most of them are on the same time zone. And I would never be on at the end of the last few hours of server open, because okay, like yesterday, last night, or I guess this morning, I stayed until server end because it was the very last day. I think I got like 3 hours of sleep before had to go to work. Like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. I have to go to work, do my office lady job. So it was like, definitely could not have joined for any of the late night things. Pushed it for 12 days. I don't think it would have been possible with me having office job. When you fail at the item you're using, it will break. So is that the big bank card thing that Tim was mentioning? Whoa! When Princess rage bait the chief when we were looking for Orly, oh my god, that was so scary. Both, as soon as she said that, Tim and I started walking opposite directions. No, I think Tim really balances her out too, because he's like the dad, right? He will say, he will be a little more stern also, even though he's so silly. Even not in that, she just always rage bait. That time was so bad though, because we were looking for Orly. And he was like, "Now's not the time, princess." Oh. EU time zone. EU time zone. So all of it would have been in the middle of the night, kind of. My NA time zone is all the nighttime hours when the sky is dark. When the sky is dark is when District V server was up. Second character, the Nemu rage baited box character. She faded to rage bait. She's so funny. She's so chaotic. She's so chaotic. It's always very, very fun to watch her. But she's also like the most serious about the heist too, right? Or like she's also very serious. Yeah, she's very serious but also very chaotic. Yeah. Wish BGC recruited you early so you could experience their plane escape strat. Oh, I'll have to watch their POV to see. I hope that my addition. I did worry a little bit, like, oh, what if people, if I went through with my original plan, which was I didn't know they would invite me and I forced them to invite me. I was worried that some viewers might find it rude and be like, we don't. Wait, it's just like K-pop groups, like, oh, what is it? OT4 or OT5, and then and like they'd be like, we don't want the new members. They added at the end, but it seemed like a lot of people were very, very welcoming to Staruu-chan. I'm so glad. Thank you. Yeah, it would be nice. Maybe another life. If we have season 2 and we stick to the same characters, maybe I think Tim will have to come back in a different way. Maybe we can work together more. The boat escape. I think I saw some pictures, like they had scuba gear. Yeah, Nem was one of the game planners. She was considered like one of the hosts. Plane is super intense. Police surrounded the plane and they watched them all leave using the plane. Oh. I told you, hold them at gunpoint to make them come to you on the amusement park. Yeah, I did. It was like I was getting the gun to hold them at gunpoint to let me join their gang. Thank you! The dance battle, oh my gosh, the dance battle was so funny. That was my very first hostage situation. That was so funny. I had no idea that was allowed. And then I felt so bad that I didn't name Princess as the winner, but she said like, you could have just pointed. I'm like, that's rude, you know, I should You're supposed to announce. Like, it's not as dramatic if you say the winner is... Point. You know, and also maybe I point the wrong way by accident. So I said Officer McCarthy. She's like, why didn't you choose us? Like, I don't know your name. Like, she didn't even give me an alias. She didn't tell me, like, call her El Gato or anything. Gosh, I'll have to watch everyone's POVs. I'm so excited. There's so many different stories. BGC is the only one with actual funny heists because they do those random shenanigans. Yeah, I think that's what Staruu-chan was suspicious that Luca and boys, Luca, Shu, Sunny, Willerton, Kyle, who else joined them? That all of them? Those boys. Those boys. What am I saying? She's suspicious of them doing something. Oh yeah, Sena. She's suspicious of BGC doing something, but she could tell that they were all having fun in the end, so she didn't mind. It didn't seem like they were hurting anyone. Every time she heard people talk about getting held hostage, they were all treated nicely. They're like giving food and stuff. No one was hurt. Oh. So she's like, oh, it's fine. I don't need to say anything. The only people they inconvenience are the police, but if they didn't do it, the police would have nothing to do for their jobs, right? That's why Staruu-chan is chaotic good. 70 to 80% of the Uwu Cafe were criminals. Yes. And Staruu-chan being added at the very end. Almost 100%. I think just Nami was not. Ben ended up being criminal. I think it was only Nami, but Nami only worked a couple shifts. It's so funny. It's so good. I had a lot of fun. Any last questions? I might be wrapping up stream soon. Now why Officer Omi was helping and being so nice, and then he take away our Tim? Why he do that? Why he take away our Tim on the very last at the end? Why not just drive Tim to Sakura Festival? Officer Omi. Was Chief there? Is that why? was Chief meant to go there? It's too scary. Officer Omi actually the one keeping the city unsafe for funding the gang activities by 3 million. Yeah. Why did he let Tim go to us at the end? Poor Tim. Got fed up with Tim. No, don't do that. Think of Tim's family. Poor Tim. He already had to disappear for a few days as Simon. Serpico was there. We can't escape Serpico. He's too scary. Okay, I understand then, Omi. Can't disobey him. What would happen? They'd both go to jail. Omi and Tim would go to jail. Being in a gang is so frustrating. Gonna be broke. The heists don't pay that much. Every item is hard to acquire. That's why, if they let in Staruu-chan earlier, Staruu-chan can stay at the cafe, but be in the loop, and she can give them money from all the paychecks she gets from just standing at the cafe, and the commissions, from all the orders. I didn't know. I wasn't that rich. Wait, but Dubby gave Staruu 900k at the end, so maybe they're not that broke. Where did he get 900k from? He kept sending her money. And then she changed was it from Omi? She changed Dubby's contact in her phone to Batman because she didn't want anyone going through her phone to see that Dubby was doing illegal suspicious things. Tim promised to stop being gang. In the end, Tim chose family. I'll have to watch that. I can't see how Tim would want to leave them. Like, would he stop being gang by leaving them? I don't think he can convince them. Maybe Dubby could have been convinced. I don't think you could have convinced Princess. Are you overcharged anyone in the cafe? No, I have never. I've undercharged a lot of people. Ah, they never had a problem with money. That's good. I could have given Luca and them money then if they needed. It's Ooh Cafe Stash. I want to know how much sales we made. What were the sales number of Ooh Cafe at the end? Ah, that's good. We had access to it. 51 million! Wow. That's why I was undercharging. I was giving people discounts. I was giving Tim money. What? I don't know why. When I tried to give him money, I tried to give him a stack of money. It was specifically the stack of money that the mod gave me because I thought the mod was a character, like a regular player, and I started talking to them, like asking them why they're alone, but it was a mod. It was very embarrassing afterwards when I realized. But so I wanted to give him that stack. But I don't know, when I was trying to give it, it was only giving $1 at a time. And from his perspective, it must have looked so sad. Like, hey, I'm gonna give you something. Don't worry, I got you. Let me give you some money. $1. And then I try to get is another dollar. I have to just drop the whole... I'll drop the whole stack. Why am I giving you $1 at a time? That's what he was saying. I'm not that homeless. Oh, they were so funny. Is there anything else? Anything else? Any last questions? Any last questions? Did I talk about everything I wanted to? My mods. Did you see anything? Was there anything that I mentioned that I said I would talk about that I didn't talk about? Any lingering questions? Think. Not that you remember. Oh, someone asked me. I remember. Someone asked me if I would be a bad guy or a good guy. Hold on, let me scroll up. In the next RP, are you still gonna be a good citizen? I thought about that too. If I were to join another RP event. Because this is my first one. And the character I chose was very easy for me because it's my customer... Because I was a maid. I was actually a maid before. So I was just that customer service role amplified. And I also have been an idol. So it's just that times 200. So I was thinking like, I do naturally when I get excited, my voice goes up to the Staruu-chan voice. When I get very happy, especially when talking to new people and I'm shy, it will go up to the Staruu-chan voice. But I was like, oh, could I do a character that is a lower voice or like is more cool? I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know if I can do someone who's serious, like what Nana did. I don't know if I can. I don't know. We'll see. You'll have to stay tuned. Maybe it'll be a decision I make right then. Maybe I'll have to practice. Next time will you be on a gang? Will you pursue that life? If I find a good... I think I'm also open. I'm more... I think I would have an easier time being in a gang than being part of police. I think... I'm not very good as myself in talking in a very serious way. So I don't think I would be as effective as a police officer. Yeah, that's what probably as a gang, I just need to have friends. I came into this I did get invited by a friend, but they were assigned elsewhere. They had something else. So in the cafe, I didn't know anyone. And I didn't immediately connect with anyone either, other than Orly. But if I do meet the right group of people and they want me to be in a gang from the beginning, then I would. I would, yeah. There's someone you really wanted to RP with more but didn't have the opportunity to. I really wanted to hang out with the MILF. The MILF club. I'm pretty sure I talked about MILFs like every single day Every single day I was like, oh, MILFs, MILF. I mentioned them every day, but I could never find them. I never had a chance to actually spend time with them in Los Santos. That was a little bit like, darn it. But we had a lot of passing conversations. That was good. Did Staruu-chan enjoy her 12 days at District V? Yes. Yes, she had a lot of heartbreak and sadness near the end, but it was all overwritten by all the happiness that came after it. Even though it was just one day, but it was like almost perfect day. It would only be perfect if Tim made it to the Sakura Forest for real. It's actually very sad because he also missed the Uwu Cafe picture because he was in jail. Poor Tim! No wonder he was pathetic. Staruu-chan never called him pathetic, but no wonder he's so troubled. Even just group picture, he doesn't make it for the group pictures. And there's like nothing to do with the character story or anything. He just unfortunate timing. It's sad. Oh, Kyle also didn't make it there. Happy Staruu-chan could laugh and enjoy the outside world in the end. Yeah! Me too. What's next for Crystal Milk Tea? I haven't thought about that yet. I don't know. Tomorrow we have a little karaoke. I will do a little karaoke for you all. Just a short one. Usually my karaoke is at least a couple hours, but tomorrow I do have some other responsibilities to tend to, so it's only gonna be an hour. It'll be shorter, but yeah. After that, I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like at least now today, there's still the hype from District V. Everyone's still posting clips and stuff, and I'm really happy. Like I'm going through all of them. But when I'm done going through it all, and there's no more District V content, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It'll be so sad. It's literally been a second life the past 12 days. I've been called a different name for 12 days. I think if someone calls me Staruu-chan again, I will actually respond. It was a little bit weird to say that my name is Crystal yesterday at the end of stream. My name is Crystal. Who is that? No, I'm Staruu. Crystal mockingly low manly voice. Like when I imitate men talking voice. Oh man. I hope there's a next season. I'm not like sure if it's guaranteed that I would be in the next season, like invite wise, but I hope if it I would love to be though. I would love to be in it. It's kind of scary because I have to think of something new. It depends if people are allowed to keep their old characters or not. I think it would be interesting to see Staruu-chan live as a gang member and see what happens after that. I think there's still a lot of potential there. A lot of exciting things can still happen in that way. Yeah. You've prepared everything well. The only problem is you have too little time. Yeah, with the BGC and everything. The last day, yeah. But it was good. Good. Everything, like, wow. It was, wow. Such a smooth slice of life, slow, peaceful life. And then the last few days were roller coaster. The server reopened for... But, oh, there's an ad break coming, guys. I can't talk to you. Okay, I'll wait, because I think there's a lot of you. Let's see if any subscriber ask anything. Staruu-chan's height? Oh, I did not have a choice to make her shorter, unfortunately. Or I did try to make her... The custom server had an option to make models smaller, and she was on the smallest setting, but because of the high heels, The high heels. If you wear high heels, you will be taller than the men. Because default, the female models in the base game, the female models and the male models are the exact same height. I think something to do with combat and aiming something hitbox. So as soon as anyone wears high heels, just get all the guys to wear high heels. Actually, they should wear shoes that look like. Never mind, it doesn't work that way. Like look like extending their legs so they can be taller. Okay, let me. I will. Obviously, I will BRB so people don't have FOMO. Oh, my mic was muted. Okay, yesterday the server reopened for a bit, saving the pictures. Orly wanted to have another cat cafe picture, but Tim and Kyle weren't there. I also saw that they reopened it. I didn't take any pictures that I wanted to save, so I didn't log back on. But I thought about like, should I log back on? But I also was like, what if I log back on and then it's that awkward, like, oh, we just said bye to each other, so now we have to say bye again. So I was like, oh, if someone, and I didn't know who will be logging back onto. So I had already said bye to everyone, and I was very tired. So I was like, okay, if there's a ping, then I will log back on. But there wasn't a ping, so maybe also that's why Kyle and Tim were not there also, because we didn't get pinged. We didn't know. We didn't know. I'm talking now, right? You can hear me. Okay. As an idol, is your goal to perform in Tokyo Dome? I don't think Staruu-chan has a goal to perform in Tokyo Dome. Her motivation is not to be popular. She doesn't want to have a lot of fans. She just wants to make people smile and make people happy. And it doesn't need to necessarily be to a large number of people. Most important to her right now is the people close to her. If you join early, will you be the one to say just dump Tim? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I would never say to leave someone behind. I might think it, but I don't think I would say that out loud. Definitely not Staruu-chan. I don't think she would. I think she would try to find a way to also save him, to pick him up and stuff. Tim was always thinking of you during the last day. Oh, need to meet Staruu-chan, go to amusement park. Oh, thank you, Tim. Tim. Oh, my heart. Really appreciate it. I could feel it. From our interactions that day, I could sense it, that it was very important to him that I was included and we spent time with them. I was very glad. That'll be quoted worst case scenario, just dump Tim so everyone can escape. Tim took it too hard, that's why he's the only one who got arrested in the end. Oh, Tim is so selfless. Sacrifice himself always. I actually never got to hear his true backstory. I know he has ex-wife and a kid, something, but he regrets something, right? I'll have to watch. I have to watch his POVs to find out. Maybe it's because, yeah, is it something like because he couldn't protect his own family, so he tries to do it for us, or for BGC? Your platform shoes. Yes, Staruu-chan was taller than everyone because I think she just happened to choose the tallest pair of high heels. I do hope you'll be able to have a collab with the BGC. That would be nice. It'd be nice. I'd be open to it if there was. I have to learn Tagalog though. I have to learn Filipino. Wait, do they speak it when Wiko is around though? Does she understand it? Can watch on Rico's channel some server moment. Okay, I will do that. The reopening. Wheelman, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. She only know. Oh, okay. So it won't be like, oh, we have to speak less Filipino so that not Staruu, Crystal can be included. Okay, I think that's what I also was worried about when I realized that. When not Staruu, but when I realized that they were in a gang together, I was like, oh, probably, maybe like I don't want to intrude on them because like maybe they do a lot of comms in Filipino. 3 divorces. Tim has 3 divorces. Oh no. He's always saying, don't forget Staruu-chan. We need to hang out with Staruu-chan. Oh, Tim, thank you. I also heard Officer Chase McCarthy was also thinking about Staruu-chan often before when he kept seeing her stuck in the cafe. I'm always very touched. I'm always very, very, very touched when I realize that like they Because these are things that I would never know, right? Because they say it when I'm not there. When they think about me when I'm not there, I'm like, oh, my heart, thank you. So touching. The BGC plans to dive with the car, but the mods thought that was not planned, so they respawned him to a position where he got cornered. I also saw that! We'll have to rewatch it. If that happened... but I guess it would be too hard to redo the chase, right? That's so tough. That's hard. That's hard. Aww. 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 Okay. We did get to see him in the end, and he got to do a little speech. No, that his canon. Oh my gosh, more angst. More angst. But Tim's angst, Tim's sadness, Tim's angst, Tim's pain story. I don't mind it. I don't complain about it. Macaroni story. No. Dumb. Dumb. No, don't do that. I don't like that one. I like Tim's more than the macaroni one. Tim is how you make an angsty, sad, tragic character. Don't where no one starts copying. No one is copying him and getting themselves thrown in jail out of sadness or going to die out of sadness. I don't like that. I hate it. After Orly got saved, I think she left with Rokunana and they had like a girls' date, and Staruu-chan was all alone and she didn't know what to do, so she went to the ocean and she bought a bat. She went to the ammunition, the weapon store, bought a bat, and went to the ocean and started hitting the water with the bat. Because that's all, she can't do anything. Me personally, as me, I do wish that... I guess it would have been hard. Because Orly and Rokunana got to have a bonding girl time. They got to go to therapy. But Staruu-chan, I think, also needed to have therapy. After it, I think she did also need therapy and some sort of bonding time. So, but it's good. I think she got it with BGC. In my imagination, if there was a future, I think BGC and Staruu would talk more. Maybe we could all talk it out together, because they're also unresolved with her, right? Because they didn't get to talk to her. It would be nice. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. They for Staruu-chan to join up with BGC, and then they do bond. They do have that shared experience of having Orly as a friend, and then Orly go away. We were all worried, and then we found out what happened. Found out the macaroni! The macaroni. Okay. I think that will be it for me today then. Oh my gosh! If there's anything else you want to ask, feel free to ask me on Twitter, I guess. I can make a tweet and say, like, if you think of any questions, feel free to drop it there and I can answer. I'll make a tweet after this. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot I want to say. Well, I have said a lot, and I'm really grateful that so many of you are here to listen to me say it, because I think Staruu-chan was very... Yeah, she was a very background character for a long time, until the very, very end. Thrust into the spotlight because of various unfortunate situations. So maybe not a lot of people know what her journey was and what she went through and what she would think about, kind of thing. So I'm glad. Thank you for letting me talk! Thank you! Usually I'm not very good at talking like this. There's the Staruu-chan voice. Wish to see you more in next GTA next season. Every 6 months! Wow, oh my gosh, it's gonna be like going to camp very often. Oh my gosh. I wonder if they would change the time that the server would open. I don't know what would be will work for everyone. It's hard. It's hard. So many people stayed for like the entire 10 hours too when they could. So people who couldn't stay for the 10 hours would like miss out on stuff. True MVP of Uwu Cafe! Thank you! We're bankrupt already. Thank you! Thank you! Okay. I know... Well... I'll call out my own mods. My own mods, I remember at the beginning they were concerned about me. Because they were like, oh no, like, are you gonna be stuck behind the counter for your entire 12 days? Well, a lot of people were concerned about that too, I think. Like Officer McCarthy was concerned about that. But I don't regret choosing to work at the cafe. I was almost stuck behind the entire time. I don't regret it. I think it was a really good way for me to, number one, have something to do, and I didn't know what to do. Because I know a lot of people on the server actually did feel a bit lost because they're like, what should my character do? What is their story? So having a job was very good for me. It was also a job that I like to do, and I've done it before in real life. And I was able to meet a lot of people. Like anyone who came through the cafe, I could chat with them a little bit. I wasn't able to get a lot of deep conversations with people because the interactions were obviously like customer coming by, but I think they were all very good. Like I did feel like I made a difference in the daily life. Like I was a daily NPC that they visit. Not NPC, but I was very happy about that. So I have no regret for it. Would you do it again? Yes. But I would want to be in the know. I want to know about the gang stuff. I want to be part of the gang stuff and secretly be part of the gang stuff, but my role is to like be cool at the oh hello, yeah, nothing's happening here. You know, I've never seen crime, but it's really yeah, I liked all the small talk. Customize a van. I'm scared. I'm scared of driving cars. I'm trying to drive car. I thought the car would be harder to drive than a bike, so I only drove bikes. And then sitting in Ryan's car reinforced that fear. It looked like it was very difficult to drive the car when I was in Ryan's car. It was very... I don't understand. I think I was watching a clip again. I was like, I still don't understand how he managed to hit every single slide. Like there's 2 lanes. There's a median. We are not on either lane. We are on the median where there's signs instead of on one of the roads that is empty. I was like, what? I was confused. A chopper and then a plane. Saru never went skydiving, yeah. Very fun way to meet players. You're kind of character that people hear rumors from. Yeah. So I could have been Leaper agent and specifically curated rumors and made it seem like I tell everyone everything, but I'm hiding some things or I twist some things. Next time. I also like hearing the customers' little stories. Yeah. It helped me also, kind of know what is going on a bit outside in the world. Okay, I think that is it. Is that all? Is that all I want to say? Yeah. You go. That's it. I will go to sleep now so I get a proper amount of hours before I go to work tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I will have karaoke next stream tomorrow. Also, it is tomorrow. So, yeah. I never... Okay, to be honest, usually when I end my streams, I say like, see you next time. If not tomorrow, then the next time. And I never said why. Today I'm in explaining mode, so I'm gonna say why. I never say see you tomorrow because I don't want to put pressure on you guys to come back tomorrow. Even though I think that's bad for me as a streamer. I should be telling people to come back and watch me, but I also don't want to force anyone, and I know that it's like a special time right now because of District B. So Oh, Kelly, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome! I do want to say, I really, really appreciate you guys. All of you new friends. All of my old friends here in chat. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. A very amazing roller coaster journey. Lots of hard work that all paid off in the end. And I'm very, very happy. I had a lot of fun. And you were all so nice. Thank you so much for supporting Staruu-chan. Thank you so much for supporting me. Otsubonjing! Otsubonjing! I never actually got to say it. What did they say? Bonjing Gang Gang City out! Bonjing Gang Gang City! Out! Wait, I have to raid someone. I'm back. I'm back. I have to find someone to raid. Wait. I don't remember how to stream. I raid. I'm shy. I hope that because of this, actually not I hope, I did. Because of District V, I was able to meet a lot of friends. It was very nice. I was actually... Oh my gosh, why am I still talking? I'm gonna talk more. Yeah, coming into this at the beginning, like I said many, many times, I thought that I would just be an extra. I thought I'd just be a background character that people don't really notice. And it ended up being so amazing. We met so many people. We talked to a lot of people that I never imagined that I'd ever talk to in my life. Because I'm always a small fries. I was a true BGC gang member. Because just gup. Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. This is me, Crystal Small Fries. Let's go raid someone. Let me see. What shall we raid? Oh. I know. Because I opened this stream as soon as I saw it. We are going to raid Fried? Is that how you say his name? Fried? Freed? He is the person behind Officer Peyton Dwemer. Every time I hear Dwemer's voice, it's like a celebrity is nearby. So now you can go hear his real voice. Oh, looks like he's going over some clips of Dwemer, so... Go meet him! Okay! Take care, everyone! I will see you later! Otsubonjing! Bye!